Larson from Photo Relevance here in Houston, Texas. And today we're at the TC Energy Center at the beautiful installation of a show called Ebb Flow. And I'm here with Kimberly Landa from Kinzelman Art Consulting. And she helped curate the show and make it all happen. So we wanted to have the opportunity to speak with her a little bit about the theme of the show and the three artists from the Photo Relevance stable that she was able to pull together.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Landa. I'm a senior associate at Kinzelman Art Consulting. We have been working in this space for, I believe, almost since 2009, and I have personally been working on the show for 5 years. So this is my 14th show in the space, and I was just thrilled to collaborate with Photo Relevance Gallery on it. So the title of the show is Ebb Flow, and it really resonated with me just because I really wanted this exhibition to be all about nature and human interaction with nature and how we can really find meditation in the environment around us. So in the show, we have three artists. The first artist is Margeaux Walter, which this is one of her fabulous pieces right here. We initially started with Margot's work because we really love the way that she manipulates the environment around her in order to create her compositions. So Margeaux actually considers herself a performance artist, which is really fascinating. And she's using, I believe, a combination of drones and Google Earth to discover the destinations where she wants to take her images, and then she's creatively thinking about how she can insert herself into the environment and create these compositions that really make you question what you're looking at, what the vantage point is. Is it Photoshop? Is it real? Was it staged? So her work is just really fascinating, and again, just really takes you out of where you are and puts you into nature in a really beautiful way. So with Margot's work, we also have works by Reinfeld and Brenda Biondo. So we paired the three of those artists together just because we felt like they all were using photography in various ways to manipulate the media or the surroundings around them to make unique imagery that is all centered around nature. So we were just talking about how David's work is so fascinating because you really don't know what you're looking at for a moment unless you really know his work very well. So what David's doing is, first off, he's playing with your perspective. So he's really smart in the way that he's capturing images of things so basic as trees. So anyone can take a picture of a tree, right? But he's really playing with where the viewer is, how you're looking up at nature, and then in addition to that, he's going back into the photo lab and he's using various digital methods to manipulate the photographs and play around with the color, and that just further plays tricks on your eyes and makes you really question what you're looking at, which is what makes his work so fascinating, and that's really what drew us to include him in the exhibition. So similarly to Margot's work, he's manipulating the media, but in a totally different way. Now we're standing in front of two pieces by Brenda Biondo. We decided to include Brenda in the exhibition because she, just like Margeaux and David, is also really studying nature and how she feels connected to nature as a human being, and how she can portray that through her work. So Brenda is very interested in the environment and studying plants and trees that are native of their environment that have been there for many, many years longer than we have as humans even at times. So these are actually considered to be diptychs, and she is not manipulating anything in the photographs themselves, but she is, however, cutting and pasting different images to be displayed alongside one another, just to show various views of plants and close-up so that you can really study the nice parts of the plant that make them so beautiful and unique, and then a more zoomed-out version where you can see the environment in which they're native of and where they live and grow. And something just really interesting about this exhibition as a whole that is really a reason we placed these three artists together is they're all doing an incredible job of really playing with perspective and where they're standing as the photographer and also where we're standing as the viewer. Another common thread throughout the show is real versus imagined landscapes. So what I mean by that is David is really creating his own landscapes by shifting the perspective of where the viewer is and creating this imagined land where, again, you're not really quite sure what you're looking at. And it could be a painting, it could be a collage, but then you realize it's really just doctored images of trees that he's experimenting with in digitally on his computer. And Brenda's images, like I was saying earlier, are real landscapes. So she's not doing anything to her photographs at all. They're just exactly how they are. And then moving over to Margeaux's work, I'm not even sure what category to put Margeaux's work in because it's so fascinating, her process. It's definitely real landscape, but the fact that she's really performing within the landscape and manipulating it in different ways to play tricks in your eyes, it is almost like an imagined landscape in itself. We encourage everyone to please come see the show. It's really beautiful and fabulous, and it really is just meditative and a killer grouping of artists together. Go see art, support your local arts community. Now is the time. We're all out and about finally, so we're really excited to show you the works that we have in public spaces. And as a closing remark, just remember that public art is there for you to see it. So go, see, talk, discover, love, hate, but support your local artists and your local art communities. Thank you.